They said slime do a mixtape, fuck it do a blend tape. Half shorty men straight, plus a man been fake. Out of town aura, gold Tora, Bora Bora. I grew up buying gear from the Coliseum, just performed in Rome, 20 minutes from the Coliseum. World traveler, don't wanna take a selfie. Still a boss don, industry never helped me. And try to conduct tours, try to keep a nigga wealthy. Still drink juice, try to balance with the healthy. Hood rap with the splitterillo combo. Serious as fuck if you hear word to mambo. Left rack tournaments.
Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Of course, this is going to be a sample shopping episode sponsored by Adriana at Decant Shop. Two of the fragrances we're going to look at today are going to be available at Decant Shop. Two Adriana just sent me because, like me, she just loves fragrance, loves spreading the love of fragrance, and it would be really easy for her to just send me stuff that she gets or she has available at Decant Shop, but instead she sends me samples of other stuff she gets just because she knows I probably want to smell it and you guys probably want to know my opinion on it. And that's why, you know, this is the only site I recommend you guys fuck with when it comes to getting your samples of decants. Decantshop.com, coupon code MAX12. Guys, it's going to save you 12% off your entire order any time of the year. Now, I also want you to check at the top of the website because usually there'll be a code that might get you more than 12% off. If those codes are active, I want you guys to use that. You know, me and Adriana both do want you guys to save as much as possible, but if not, use that coupon code MAX12. You're going to get 12% off your entire order. We have 4 fragrances to look at today, guys, and the first one, by the way, I have all 4 of these on my skin right now. The first one we're going to look at is from the house of Parfums. This one is called Ambre Muscadin. Now, we looked at a few from this house on the show. Nothing really has got me excited as of yet from this house. This one dropped in 2011. The notes on it are going to be cedar, vetiver, and violet at the top, vanilla and white honey in the middle. A little interesting there, right? And in the base, you're going to get musk, amber, and benzoin. You can find 100 ml of this on Lucky Scent for around $175. Now, this one is okay. You know, it's sort of an animalic, musky scent. It's sort of, to me, like the other Parfums fragrances. It's a nice niche fragrance, but to me, it doesn't justify that almost $200 price point. There's just nothing special about it. Now, I do get a good blast of honey in this one. I'm not going to lie. A nice blast of honey. If you like honey and benzoin and musk, you might like this one. But I just don't think it's anything that I would say run out and grab. It's sort of a nice animalic, amber, gourmandy, vanilla fragrance with a honey blast. But it's just something about it doesn't make me go gaga. I don't know. I don't want to say it smells synthetic, but it just doesn't. These fragrances to me don't smell that well blended. So I don't love this one. You know, I just got to keep it 100 with you guys. It's nice. If you like ambers, you might want to check this one out. For me, it's not great. It's okay. The next one we're going to talk about is from the house of Tom Ford, guys. It's called Velvet Orchid. Now, this is not a private blend, but I believe it's their newest from their general collection. I knew they released a lot of fragrances in their private blend series, a couple of Neroli Portofino flankers, like an aqua version, I think a Parfumer Intense version. I think they, you know, I know they re-released Ambre Absolute. So I think this is the newest from their general releases. Actually, I don't know if this or Noir Extreme, which I think is a great fragrance, came out first. But this obviously, guys, is a flanker to Black Orchid, which, you know, for me, Black Orchid is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Now, you can find this one on FragranceNet between $85 and $100, actually $65 and $100. So good prices on this one if you're looking. The Tom Ford scents can be pricey and harder to find with a high discount. Note-wise, guys, there's a few on this one. The fragrance opens with bergamot, mandarin, Sukin Absolute, which is a purified rum extract, and honey. At the core of the creation, we have an imaginary accord of Black Orchid blended with notes of Velvet Orchid, which gives the perfume its name. You also have Turkish rose oil, jasmine, and an accord of Purple Orchid. And then you're also going to get floral notes of orange blossom, rose absolute, narcissus, hyanthus, and heliotrope. And in the base, you're going to get Peru balsam, myrrh, labdanum, sandalwood, suede, and vanilla. This one dropped in 2014. It was done by a duo of Khalees Becker and Antoine Mason Dew. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is way more feminine to me than Black Orchid. I wouldn't wear this as a guy. Personally, I don't believe perfume has a gender. For me, this is a little too feminine. This is something I would want a woman to wear. To me, this is sort of Black Orchid without the dark notes. It really does have a smoother, sweeter, floral component to this fragrance. It's really sweet. It's like a sweeter version, a sweeter, less dark version of Black Orchid. It's a really nice fragrance. I actually, again, if you like Black Orchid, you might like this one. I just think if you're a guy and you like Black Orchid, you might not want to wear this. I think it's definitely worth checking out. I'm a huge Black Orchid fan. I think, Black Orchid might be one of my top 10 favorite designer fragrances, top 5 maybe, of all time. I just think it's so well done. But this one for me falls a little bit short as a dude. As a girl, you might enjoy this one a little bit more, or for your girlfriend or female friend, you might like this one. Guys, next up, we're going to look at 2 from the house of Diptyque. The first one is going to be called Olene, Olene. And we've looked at it again, and these 2 from Diptyque, Adriana just sent me. She doesn't carry them as of now. Maybe if we love one, she'll go to pick one up. This one's called Olene. We've looked at a few from this house on the show. I am a big Diptyque fan. I started off back in the day with their Galliano room spray, which I just love. It was meant to smell like a Russian Orthodox church. It's a beautiful incense room fragrance. I don't know on sample shopping if I found a huge winner on sample shopping, but as far as fragrances go, I own 34 Boulevard. I definitely will at some point be copying the relatively new Oud Palo scent, which is one of their newest releases. Also my buddy Ryan Creed Frags, or Rye Frags, I think his name is, 34. He just put me onto one called Umage, Eaumage, and he really likes that one. That's an exclusive to their boutique, so I got to check that one out as well. But I really like Diptyque. So this one, Olene, it dropped in 1988, and the perfumer on this one is going to be Serge Kalogine, and he did quite a few for this house. The notes on this one are going to be narcissus and honeysuckle at the top, wisteria and jasmine in the middle. You're going to get green notes and white flowers at the base. Standard pricing here, guys, $90 for the small bottle, $125 for the larger size. Good pricing on these. To me, this is just a white floral fragrance. This is something my mother, who's a huge lilac fan, I think she would like this. Again, this is one I just would not wear. This is a real white floral bomb to me. I get honeysuckle, I get a lot of narcissus and wisteria. It just smells a lot like a white flower to me. It's very pretty. If you know someone that likes white florals, definitely tell them to take a look at this one. Not of my wheelhouse, obviously. It's very clean, very crisp. It's a great white floral fragrance, and to me, just a really nice exhibition of what Diptyque can do. They're a really, in my book, underrated fragrance house. So we're going to look at one more from them to finish this episode up, guys, and it's going to be called Volutes, Volutes. Same pricing as here as Olene, but this one came out later. It dropped in 2012, and the perfumer on this one is going to be Fabrice Pellegrin. At the top of this one, we're going to get iris, honey, tobacco, and dried fruit. In the middle, pink pepper, black pepper, saffron, hay, and immortelle. And in the base, we're going to get opopanax, myrrh, styrax, and benzoin. Guys, this is a beautiful fragrance, but it's 2 big problems for me. Really the same problem twice. It reminds me so much of Eau Duelle, which is a beautiful vanilla fragrance that Diptyque did. It's really close to that. And Eau Duelle reminds me of a fragrance that I already own, which is called, one I recently reviewed, which is called Architects Club by Arquiste. And this, to me, just smells so much like those. It's a beautiful vanilla fragrance. It really is. To me, vanilla, I don't even think is a listed note in this one, but it's sort of got that powdery, irisy, vanilla-y vibe. Maybe it's the iris with the dried fruit and the pink pepper. I don't get any immortelle. I don't really get a lot of resin. To me, it's got like a candied vanilla vibe. Reminds me a little bit of almost if you crossed Eau de Well with Bois d'Argent or Bois d'Iris by Van Cleef and Arpels. That's what this reminds me of. So it's a nice frag, guys. And if you're looking for like one of those fragrances, if you're looking for Architects Club and you're trying to decide between that and Eau de Well, because they're very close, I would also put this one in the mix. I would look at Volutes too, and I pick the one you like best. So guys, if I'm ranking these in order, it's tough this time, you know, because I probably have to go, I probably have to go Volute 1. Just because, I mean, I love Architects Club. I probably have to go Orchid 2, Ambre Muscadin 3, and Olene 4. None of these are a cop for me. Guys, that might change with you. I'd get your nose on all of them. They're all at least interesting. And we're going to be back next week. So we're going to get 4 more fragrances to look at next week. We'll look at actually 2 from the house of Atelier Cologne, one from the house of one fragrance from the house that I have no experience with called Evody, Evody, and then we'll look at one from the house of Christian Dior, and then we have one more episode from this batch, and then we'll re-up with Decant Shop, get some of the newer stuff that Adriana recently stocked. But again, guys, these videos are possible because you go to decantshop.com and you use that coupon code 12 max12. So I'm going to implore you to keep doing that, and we'll keep making these banging videos for you guys. Guys, you know what it is. My name is Maximilian.
I graduated with a bachelor, flipping with a spatula, need a Baker flow, host caught up in a rapture. Bow main jeans, big body bends on my old main lean. I'm so damn Queens.